गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड आफ्टरनून एंड गुड इवनिंग। नमस्कार, स्वागत है आप लोगों का अनअकैडमी फ्लक्स पे। दिस इज अनअकैडमी लाइव चैनल फॉर ईसी इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन इलेक्ट्रिकल स्टूडेंट्स। दिस इज टू हेल्प यू इन वेरियस प्रिपरेशंस। आज हम लोग ईडीसी का प्रॉब्लम्स करेंगे। We had a session last week where I had to stop in between because of power fluctuations. उसी सेशन का कंटिन्यूएशन है ये। It's a continuation of that session of problems of EDC. So welcome all of you students. So welcome to concepts and problems and EDC. Suresh VSR speaking to you. So we had a few problems in BJT's transistors. It's a continuation of the same thing. So it's a continuation of the same concepts of EDC and such things. It's a part of this series of every Wednesday EDC problems. It's a part of series of every Saturday, Sunday with EMT problems. So every Sunday it will be EMTL problems, and every Saturday it's going every Wednesday it's going to be EDC. So as a part of that series, EMTL, and as a part of that series, EDC. And of course, this is a small announcement for the last special class happened 24th July. It was a marathon series of 3 hours of antennas. Awesome class. As a part of education for all. It was a free class for 3 hours of antennas, condensing maximum content in it. I continued this class also for another 1.5 hours. So altogether 5 hours of free session in Unacademy app. So do download the Unacademy app and do follow. And of course, this is the ongoing course, the electromagnetic waves, transmission lines. We're just starting antennas now, just up to antennas. And of course, tomorrow's class, I think it starts with antennas. We have finished the transmission lines, waves. We're just yet to come to antennas and waveguides. So do subscribe with my code VSRS22. This is for the complete course. This is a complete course, so any of you are interested, you can certainly join me. Now coming to today's class and the problems, students, this is my WhatsApp number. If you got any doubts, please WhatsApp me. And if this is also my Telegram channel, VSRS22. So anytime, feel free to talk to me. Feel free to follow me. Feel free to ask me doubts. So that's my WhatsApp number for doubts. That's my Telegram channel. That's the first question, students. So please have a look at the first question. पहला क्वेश्चन देखिए, इसको पढ़ लीजिए, उसके बाद एनालिसिस करेंगे हम लोग. So watch out the first question. So if you read this problem carefully, your KVL can be formed in this circuit with P, N, P transistor, P being positive, and obviously given this to be 0.6. No doubt this voltage is also going to be positive. No doubt it will be positive. But assuming that this voltage is greater than this N region voltage, assuming that this voltage is certainly not greater than 3, grounded here, bias voltage is here, so this voltage cannot be greater than 3. So assuming that this is no doubt positive but less than 3, we form a KVL here, that is 3 volts 3 volts 60k, and then your KVL forms with the 500 ohms. So that's the answer, that you can get your base current from this. Forming a KVL in this, you can get a base current. So how do you get the base current here? The base current can be analyzed as 3 is equals the 0.6, 3 is equals plus IB into 60 kilo ohms. So as you can see, the transistor, assuming it to be an active region, not assuming to be active exactly, assuming that emitter base is forward biased, not assuming exactly, but conformly taking it that emitter base is forward biased. This is forward biased. 3 volts and something less than 3 volts. Pakka forward biased. So with that forward biasing, with that junction voltage of 0.6, let's work out the KVL in this loop. And that should give you that the base current is 2.4 by 60 into 10 power 3. This is 0.4 into 10 power minus 4. So that should be 40 microamps. So the base current of 40 microamps, assuming an active region, your collector current is 40 micro into 50. That's what is beta into IB, which is 2 milliamps, which approximately is your emitter current of 2 milliamps, or you can add 2 milliamps plus 40 micro, which is 2 milliamps, or you can approximately say emitter current, collector current, both are 2 milliamps. So with the loop here, with the loop over here, I got my base current, from which I got my collector current. So the collector current over there, what is the voltage across the 500 ohms? The voltage across the 500 ohm is 2 milli into 500, which is 1 volt. So assuming an active region operation, the voltage across the 500 ohm is calculated. And if you now put the KVL over here, 3 volts here, 1 volt here, this voltage is 2 volts. So emitter to collector voltage is undoubtedly 2 volts. I hope the question is clear, students. The entire data is understanding the base current. The loop and the nature, however it is, the ultimate data is to understand your base current and then calculate the collector current. Right? So look at the next question, students. What are the switching voltages and currents of the BJT as seen in the circuit? What are the switching voltages and currents in the BJT? Very interestingly easy question. As you see the circuit here, what voltages does it switch between? Or let us ask the question, how does it work as a switch? Let's look at the question, how is it working as a switch? When the Vn of T is increased or its base current is increased, the collector current increases accordingly, and as the collector current is increasing, the voltage across 4.8K will increase, so that your VCE, which is 5 minus voltage across 4.8K, this VCE will decrease. So voltage across the collector and emitter will decrease, and a stage will come where this can also become approximately 0. So the common sense is this, students. If you are increasing your base current and collector current, the voltage across this is increased, and the voltage across this is decreased. This decreasing voltage, when it drops to zero value, that is what it behaves like a short circuit or a closed switch. It behaves like a closed switch, on condition. Switch is closed, during which the collector current is maximum. During which the collector current is maximum. So the common sense is, at IB very high, the IC saturates to VCC. The current can be calculated like this by the RC approximately, which you can also say VCC minus VCE sat by RC. This is called as saturation condition. Highest current possible. Short circuit current. Closed switch. Short circuit current. So the common sense is, when the collector current is heavily increased, junction voltage drops, current reaches a maximum, and that condition of maximum current where the VCE drops to zero, that's called as saturation current, on region condition, which I think in this question is 5 minus this voltage across it, assuming VC is sat to be around 0.2, so therefore IC saturation is 5 minus 0.2 by 4.8 kilo, which is 1 milliamp. So if your collector current reaches to 1 milliamp, that is the highest collector current possible. You cannot further increase the collector current beyond this, because the collector current, if it is more than 1 milliamp, the voltage across this should be more than 5, but the circuit is being driven with 5 volts. So logically 1 के ऊपर नहीं बढ़ सकती है. Logically it can't increase beyond 1, because it's being driven by 5 volts. So therefore 1 amp is the highest. So on region currents of 1 milliamp, junction voltage of 0.2, this is on condition of the BJT. The on condition voltage is 0.2, the current is 1 milliamp. What about the off condition? The off condition is quite simple, wherein the Vin of T is given with some negative voltage. कुछ भी नेगेटिव दे दो तो IB becomes approximately 0. Then IC approximately becomes 0. So यहाँ पे नेगेटिव दे दो तो ये रिवर्स बायस हो गया, तो flow is stopped, and this collector current now becomes 0, so that the entire 5 volts appears across this with no current flowing, open circuit. So the common sense is this, students, if your VBE is less than 0, or IB is made 0, or your IC is made 0, the condition results in VCE approximately equal to VCC. This is what we call it as open switch or open circuit condition, where now the voltage is 5 and the current is 0. This is open circuit. Whereas in the short circuit condition, voltage was 0.2, the current was 1 milliamp. This is in short circuit condition. This is called as switching. You're switching the BJT only through the base. The base is acting as a switch. The base is the controlling parameter. So switching voltage and currents of the BJT are 5 and 0, 0.2 and 1 milliamp. I hope it's clear, students. Look at the next question. In the circuit shown below, the PNP transistor has 0.7 volts of junction voltage, VBE, beta is 50, base resistance of 100 kilo ohms, V0 to be 5, the value of RC is. For V0 to be 5 here, what is the RC you have to choose? Again, a simple circuit involving your emitter voltage. Generally, they give here 0, they give here some positive voltage. That's a general look we are adapted to. But given that this is NP transistor and biasing from here, same logic. It can be an NPN transistor and biasing from the collector, VCC here. It's opposite. PNP transistor and VEE is the bias. So it doesn't make any difference. NPN को N के जरिए bias करो या PNP को P के जरिए bias करो. Ultimately it's biasing it, giving an voltage. So coming to the circuit, coming to this loop, this being VBE, जो क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है 0.7, RB being given in the question 100 kilo. I think the first thing you can get is base current. I think the base current is very clear. So how much is the base current? 10 minus 0.7 by 100 kilo. 9.3 by 10 power 5. 93 microamps. 93 microamps is your base current. Multiply by the beta gives you collector current. इसको बीटा से मल्टीप्लाई कीजिए, that should give you the collector current. So how much is IC? 93 into 10 power minus 5 minus 6 into 50. Now once you get your IC, get your voltage across RC. कितना होना चाहिए voltage across RC? ये भी 5 होना चाहिए, because V0 is wanted to be 5. So V0 5 होने के लिए voltage across RC should be 5. That means what is the RC value is IC into RC should be equal to 5. 50 into 93 into 10 power minus 6 into RC should be equal to 5. That's the answer. That's where the answer is over. Students, handling BJT questions is an ease of your ability to handle. It's an ability to handle your KCL KVL. बस जंक्शन वोल्टेज फॉरवर्ड बायस है या रिवर्स बायस है चेक कर लीजिए, ये बहुत जरूरी है. इफ यू सी दिस क्वेश्चन, आई एम राइटिंग ए केवीएल हियर, क्योंकि मेरे को ये फॉरवर्ड बायस जंक्शन वोल्टेज पता है कि 0.7 है. आई एम नॉट राइटिंग ए केवीएल लाइक दिस, क्योंकि ये जंक्शन वोल्टेज मेरे को नहीं पता है. द कलेक्टर बेस्ड जंक्शन वोल्टेज इज अननोन, रिवर्स बायस वेरिएबल. So that's the point. यहां पे केवीएल मुमकिन है क्योंकि ये जंक्शन वोल्टेज हमें पता है, फॉरवर्ड बायस जंक्शन वोल्टेज इज ऑलमोस्ट जीरो। अब जीरो नहीं लेना है तो एक्यूरेटली 0.7 लेना है, जो भी दिया हुआ है। कुछ नहीं दिया तो 0.3 ले लो या जीरो ले लो, बट ये कभी भी उल्टा सीधा नहीं लेना है बिकॉज इट्स रिवर्स बायस्ड। यू कैन टेक वॉट एवर वैल्यू यू वॉन्ट। सो यहां पे केवीएल लिखने के बाद आईबी आ गया, उससे मेरे को आईसी आ गया, उससे मेरे को वोल्टेज अक्रॉस आरसी आ गया, उससे मेरे को वीसीई आ गया। दैट्स द आंसर। I hope you're following, students. Now look at the last question. This is peculiar. PNP transistor is connected as shown. The reverse saturation current is given. The emitter current is. एक ऐसी सर्क्यूट है जहां पे they give you your parameters of reverse saturation current, junction voltage, and they're asking you to find out the emitter current. So how do you handle the emitter current? Look at the circuit. This is given 0.7. Very peculiar question. Very peculiar question. They're asking you to find out the emitter current. So what is the role of that reverse current being given there? What could be the role of the reverse current? The role of the reverse current is very simple, students. To use your diode model, to use your diode current equation, because we know that every diode in forward biased obeys I is equal to I naught e power v by eta vt. The same forward bias diode also has a -1 which stands for reverse bias. बोलने का मतलब कि V अगर नेगेटिव हुआ तो this term is negligible and I becomes minus I naught when V is less than 0. The same current I becomes I naught e power v by eta vt when V is greater than 0. So diode's current equation can be used here because you know the junction voltage, you know the temperature equivalent voltage, you know the junction voltage, you know the reverse current. That is emitter current. ये तरीका है emitter current निकालने का, क्योंकि this is forward biased and you know the junction voltage here. So ये जो current है अभी I, that is just nothing but the emitter current. So therefore emitter current is equals reverse saturation current e power 0.7 by Vt 26 millivolts. That's the answer. You can't put any KVL here because there is no resistance. कोई KVL नहीं लगा सकते. And directly the collector and emitter base are connected from the same point. So that's the answer, students. That's where the answer is. That's the answer. So this current flowing goes to the emitter. Junction voltage पता है हमें, reverse current पता है हमें, उससे you have to find out your emitter current or base current. So that's for today's class, students. That's the procedure. So any questions, anybody? Please feel free to WhatsApp me. Any doubts beyond this? Feel free to ask me any doubts. This is my WhatsApp number. So thank you all, students. Especially, I can help you with MTech doubts, MTech counseling, any such times, any doubts. Please feel free to WhatsApp me. Thank you, students, and bye. See you. See you in the next class. Bye.